Hey guys, it's Margarita Skype, and in today's episode we're going to talk about gold prices. As you can see, we've got some rainy weather here in Florida. It's been really rainy. So that calls for some tea and some talk about the gold prices. So why are the gold prices so important? I'll tell you why they're so important. Every jeweler, every jewelry store, and everybody in our industry nearly depends on them. Because for one, they determine the price if you are selling a lot of gold items. And for two, if you are making jewelry, they will determine the price or the cost of the making of the jewelry for the day. Yes, you heard me right, for the day. Every day gold price changes. So for example, if I were to go today to a casting house or a finding house and I wanted to get something of gold, my price could be different today from yesterday and today from tomorrow. That's because most places that deal with gold will have prices based on the gold price of the day. As you all know, gold has skyrocketed at some point during COVID time, and it's been pretty high. It's been going up and down, but it has been up steady. And as you also know, in a lot of cultures, buying gold is considered somewhat of a luxury. I know in Asian culture, I know in other cultures, it's just super important for gifting of the gold, for having the gold, for buying the gold, even coins. We have a lot of clients who ask for gold coins, gold bars, and just plain gold jewelry in 18K or in 22K. It is absolutely imperative for them, and their culture is based on that. I'm sure you all know. If you're not one of those lovers of gold, I'm sure you have friends that are absolute lovers of just plain gold. Now, the great thing about it is that, gold is a great gifting option because, in a lot of cultures, it is being said that whatever you have from gold, that's what you can keep. And a lot of people liquidate the gold. And sometimes you think that's just a fun story, but I have seen clients that come November, December, and they're shopping for Christmas. They come and they ask to sell their gold, which is interesting because I guess that's the way they have either been, kind of living for the past years, or that's kind of the way their culture goes. But we do have a lot of clients, which is very interestingly enough, they would buy a lot of gold items beginning of the year. So let's say like February, March, after the holidays, I guess when everybody gets their, money or Christmas money or however that goes. And then comes November, December, they would want to sell some gold in order to, get some cash. And it's great to get cash, but one of the most important things when it comes to getting cash is kind of knowing where you stand in terms of the gold prices. There are a lot of ways that you can be deceived when you're trying to get cash for your gold. My number one advice, if you are planning to liquidate your gold for cash, buy a gold tester. They're about $14, $15, I believe. I will have a link below to one of them if you do want to purchase it. They are super simple. They come with some liquids that say 10 karat, 14 karat, 18 karat. It is nothing hard about it. You scratch your gold, you put it on a stone. They will come with a little stone where you can scratch the gold. You put a little bit of that liquid and see if it stays. If it stays, it's at least that gold carat. If not, then it's not. There is also the magnet test, which obviously if your jewelry sticks to magnet, it's not gold because gold does not stick to magnet. But I would do my research and buy the assets online first just to test my gold before you're going to liquidate it. Of course, if you bought it from some proper places, stores that are, I want to say, with good names, then most of the times, 99%, of course, it's going to be gold. But I'm talking about if you got it as a gift or it was laying in your drawer for too long, you don't remember where it came from, and now you kind of want to just liquidate all the gold that you have and get the money for it. The second advice that I have is going online. There are gold calculators that you can use. You can put the gram weight of your gold. Again, if you don't have a scale at home, most of us do in the kitchen, but if you don't, buy one. They are under $10. You can buy a gold scale and put the weight of your gold on the gold scale, and once you have that number, put that number and the gold carat, whether it's 10 carat or 14 carat, online to the gold calculator, so it will approximately give you the price that you should be expecting. And then number 3, get different quotes from different places. I know there's pawn shops, there's places that pay cash for gold. This is probably everywhere, and I'm sure all of you have seen those places down the road. I would just advise going to 4 or 5 places and just, looking how much they'll give you. But since you already have the homework, you know that they can't deceive you by saying, oh, it's not gold, or, oh, I'll give you $100 for this, where you clearly know that based on the calculator, you should be getting $300 or $400 for it. This does happen. Unfortunately, our industry is not the best when it comes to people that are trying to deceive you. And so your due diligence is just to do your homework. If you wanted to, a lot of clients try to sell them on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. If you have the price that you know that you want for it, and if you don't want to visit pawn shops or places that pay cash for gold, you can always go online and post your items, and I'm sure you can liquidate it that way. So a couple of options for gold prices. But I also wanted to mention this in this video. So where does gold really come from? We know that the most common minings in the world, gold minings, are Australia, Russia, and Asia. We know that the most gold comes from there, but that's in the raw form. It does get distributed all over the world. So at the end of the day, we only know that those are the 3 main mining for gold. We don't know where the gold really comes from. And actually, if you're wondering what is the origin of your gold, I have a video right here that you can check out that I made on origin of the gold. Or if you're wondering what is the origin of your gold, we do have some clients that ask that question, and I made a separate video right there, so you can take a look at that. The last thing that I want to talk about gold prices. Gold price is very important in our industry. And, ironically, when the gold skyrockets, we are all missing sales because you can imagine yesterday's bracelet that cost $1,000 is all of a sudden can be $1,500 today just because gold skyrocketed. And of course, the client feels uncomfortable, knowing that yesterday was $1,000, paying $1,500 today. But unfortunately, gold price has a lot to do with our jewelry industry, and how much it is per day means a lot for all of us jewelers. And actually, most jewelers have websites that they log into and look at the gold prices daily. Now, the other aspect of where gold price is important in our industry is the appraisal world. If you are going to get a certificate of authenticity and you have all your gold items that you want to appraise, when you come in to see the gemologist or specialist that will certify your jewelry, they will put a price on the certificate of the gold per today. So imagine if today you wanted to certify your necklace and it's 100 grams, for example, let's say it will be one price. But if tomorrow gold skyrockets, that means that if you were to come to the same specialist tomorrow, you would get a completely different price, and the price could be a lot higher. That is also another lesson for you to learn, that if you are buying something online and it is a gold piece, and you are looking at certificate of authenticity or appraisal or certificate of appraisal or passport, there's a lot of names for a certificate for the gold jewelry. Please look at the date, because if the date of the appraisal is a year ago, then you have to understand that that price is the gold price a year ago on this item, right? Today, it will be a completely different number based on the gold price today. And that's very important to understand. It's Margareta Skypen, and I hope you learned something new today about gold prices and our jewelry industry. I'll see you in the next video.